Man, hello world. What is up? Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Matt Forte, and we are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. Our next guest not only stars in, but also executive produced the all-new Nickelodeon original movie, Bixler High Private Eye, premiering January 21st at 8. He's also the founder of the social media marketing company Creator Edge, and there's a chance you've seen him recently in his role as Henry Hart, a.k.a. Kid Danger, in the crazy popular Nick show, now in its 5th season, Henry Danger. Look, however you know him, he's awesome. He's back on the show. The great Jace Norman is here, everybody. How about that? We like Jace, right? There you go. Woo, indeed. He'll be out here in just a second, but first, I believe we have a quick look at Bixler High Private Eye, so let's go ahead and run that clip.
Security, stop that kid! Get him, little buddy! Oh, I shouldn't have had lunch. Oh. Rad Rocket, don't fail me now. Get back here! So long, suckers!
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. The great Jace Norman is right here. Come on. Jace, welcome back to the show, dude. And
Thank you, dude.
Congrats on this movie, man.
Thanks, man.
This is fantastic. I'm excited to talk to you. You got so much going on. You got this. Henry Danger just came back. I want to talk to you about your company that you started as well. I got so much to get into. But first and foremost, how are you doing, man? How's life?
I'm good. I just got into New York this morning, so I'm a little tired, but I'm feeling good. It's cold. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I don't like that. But I'm good. I'm feeling good. Feeling great.
Awesome, man. How was? Did you have a good holiday season, New Year's and all that? The Normans do it big for holidays.
I did.
Yeah.
We just went and visited my family.
Nice.
Up in New Mexico, and we just had a chill time, and it's been good. I've been kind of on a 5-year grind, so it's been good to like take a break for a little bit, and I feel rested and ready to go.
It's important, man. You got to hit the reset button every once in a while. Take a minute just for you and get ready, especially with everything you got going on.
Totally.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. All right, well, let's get into this flick, dude. This is so cool because you're not just starring in it, executive producing as well.
Yes, sir.
How did this project come about, man? How did you get involved?
I mean, dude, these things take so long. I probably started this like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, with the idea, pitched it to Nickelodeon. They said yes, but it just takes a long time. You know, when I first started getting into like producing and stuff, I was like so excited. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna take over the world. I'm gonna like make the best stuff. Everyone's gonna love it. And then it's like you get hit by like a wall of like what is the entertainment industry, and there's like, there's like 15 people basically telling you no or telling you what you should do differently, and it's hard. That wasn't the case in Nickelodeon because. You know,
They know you.
they know me, and we have a good relationship. But
Your relationship. Where was this in the timeline for you as a producer? Because I was reading, Gaps and Get Some and some
Yes,
other
sir.
stuff that you were working on.
Yeah.
Was this before, after, during? Like, how did that all map out?
This was before. So like the
Yeah.
stuff that you hear me talking about, like, oh, I'm gonna make, that is 2 years in the making.
You'll be back in 2 years to talk about that.
Exactly. So it's like this, you didn't even know this was way before. And so that's what I mean is like things take a long time to get through, and Gaps is awesome.
Yeah.
Gaps is awesome.
Yeah.
Talk about Gaps a little bit.
You can talk about whatever you want. This is your time. Tell me a little bit about Gaps. Why is Gaps so
I
exciting?
like Gaps. I don't even know if okay, so Gaps is
Get yourself in trouble.
I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. I'm the executive producer, dude.
How could? Yeah, there
Oh
you
my
are.
gosh. Do you know who I am? All right. So it's basically about these 4 girls who moved to LA. We follow this girl named Summer who comes to LA who she's a rising social media star. Yeah. And we kind of highlight the world of social media and follow these 4 girls, kind of like a Gossip Girl type thing, where we see how messed up this world can get and how provocative and how cool it can, but how much these girls go through and how much I think you see on social media how great their lives are, but you don't see the behind the scenes. And there's this whole world behind everything that you see in entertainment. Yeah. I mean, like even this, like there's like 50, there's there's many people who work here to make this happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I often tell people at home they can't tell from the camera, but there's easily 20 to 30,000 people sitting in this room right now.
Yeah.
And you just can't see that. You don't know
Exactly.
that when you're at home
Yeah.
watching that live.
Totally.
I'm excited to get more into that. That's a really cool thing. You talk about the other side of social media. It's so funny because social media, the whole thing is predicated on letting us in and seeing like the real side.
But
of
it's
things.
not.
But
Yeah.
it's not. It's its own.
That's
other
interesting that you
thing
say it like that.
altogether.
Yeah.
Where did the idea to do a whole thing about that come from? Was that from working with Ariel on this, or was that no?
She's great. It was from just being in LA.
Yeah. Oh, and just being around.
And just being in the culture. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so with social media now, there's just this blow up of culture and humans in LA who, we were talking about this earlier. It's like if social media is your job, it's a hard job. Not because you have to work hard, but just because mentally the strain that you go through to like trying to keep like your image up constantly, like it messes people up very easily if you're not strong and the competitiveness that goes on. I mean, you see these people on YouTube who are like fighting and it's all a show, but like, you know what I mean?
It's so crazy how everything's evolved. People often like talk about, they draw the parallel how like our fathers and grandfathers, they didn't have email and stuff like that. So when they stopped working at 5 o'clock, they went home, they were done with their job. It's not the case anymore. And that's like transferred even to like being a celebrity. It's like you used to make your movie, make your show. And then when the show was off the air, you were chilling. When the movie was out, you did your press, then you were chilling. But now it's like, if you're a social media star, it's all day, every day.
But
it's your life.
But it's like now everyone's a social media star in their own little world, Like every time you go to hang out with some people, at least in LA, you kind of, everyone takes their phone out and they start Snapchatting. And it's like, I don't even know what we're doing yet, and people are videotaping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like, it's almost like it's almost better to videotape it than to actually live it, which is crazy. And so I feel like what you're saying, like, oh, well, people always say like, oh, well, this is how it was, like when the telephone came out and you're always on the phone, and like, back in the day, like every generation, there's a new like thing that happens that everyone thinks the world is gonna end. And I'm saying, no, the world is literally gonna end.
That's where you stand on this one. You're like, this will be the end of us.
The world's not gonna end, but it's like, this is different, I think. Don't you think it's different? Like, people are on their phones all the time, and it's a whole new world. Not that it's bad or good, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. It is different. We try to compare it to what we've already experienced because that's all we know how to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is definitely, there is something unique to this type of transformation in the way this technology is impacting us.
Totally.
And that's what Bixler High Private Eye is all about. Let's talk to me about, I want to come back to this for a second because we will get into that side and talk about Creator Edge and all that. But this flick, what I'm really curious about, if this was before Gaps and before that, had you produced anything prior to this?
No, this is my first.
This was the inaugural executive producer run.
I mean, I don't even say that because I don't want to say that.
Okay.
Don't say that.
I retract my prior
Don't say
statement.
that.
Here's why I
Wait, hold on a
that
second.
way.
Have you ever seen Vsauce
Vsauce. I don't think
on YouTube? Has anybody ever seen Vsauce?
Vsauce.
Vsauce. It's like an education. Vsauce. You know what I'm talking about.
I know. I can't like reference any of it, but somebody has talked to me about Vsauce before.
Vsauce. You are like the guy on Vsauce.
Yeah.
The guy on Vsauce 3. There's like 3 channels.
I'm excited to go check this out
Sorry
afterwards.
about that.
We're gonna do
I have
that.
ADHD.
Oh, that was worth stopping the show for. I want to know about that.
Look up. Okay, just so you know, I'm not crazy. Look up Vsauce 3 and tell me that you don't think the same thing.
I'm gonna look him up, dude.
You
you have my word.
Okay.
We're gonna follow up on this.
You're like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not talking to him right now.
Fair enough. Here's why I ask it that way and why I phrase it that way is because I want to know what was scary about this, what was new about this, what made you decide this is what I want to do. How far back when you think of, because you've been on TV for a minute now, man. When was your first memory of like I want to do more than just be in front of the camera?
Yeah.
Where'd that come
question.
from?
That's a really good question. I think I've always kind of had it in me, and once you get to a certain point, my dream was always to just be, when I was growing up, it wasn't like YouTube because YouTube wasn't really a thing. Yeah. I'm that old. No, back in 2008.
That's how fast it moved, man.
Exactly.
You can have old man sentences now.
Exactly. And I'm only 18. Yeah. But I always wanted to be like, I would watch like the Disney Channel and I'd watch Nickelodeon and I would be like, I want to be that. And I would watch Indiana Jones, and I'd be like, I want to be that. And I didn't even know what it was, because I was just watching it. I didn't know what a producer was. I didn't know what a director was. I didn't know what an actor was. I just said, what is that? That is awesome. Let me do that. Yeah. That was my dream. And so then I did it. Then I did Henry Danger, right? Yeah. And so then it's like, that was like a weird moment for me of like, oh, I've arrived. Yeah. and it's like a midlife crisis type of thing, where it's like, oh wait, because it's like you always have in the back of your mind, oh, that dream I have. And it happened, and it's an amazing thing, and I hope it happens to everybody. Like it was. I got so lucky that this happened, and I hope it does. But once you get to that point, you think, now what? Now what do I do?
That's a really not a lot of people get to be in that position.
Totally.
So it's a really interesting, unique role to find yourself in.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I did the thing,
Right.
And now what do I do, and where do I go? And so you've now evolved and grown that role, and you're producing projects and working on these, telling stories that you want to tell and stuff like that. It's pretty exciting stuff, man.
It was really exciting, and I'm just really grateful that I gotten the opportunity to do it. You know, it's just a lot of people, they just don't get the opportunity, which is the worst part about it. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many people who could do this that just don't get the opportunity because the way things are set up right now or whatever it is. I mean, you got to be a little crazy to be like a 11-year-old kid driving out to LA and auditioning, right? Like you got to be a psychopath. Yeah. So just so like it's like I wish that there was an easier way for people to follow, cuz right now it's like, you know, go to school, go to college, do a thing, and you end up getting in this loop of like, this is what everyone else is doing, so I gotta do it. What else am I gonna do? Just like not do it? Like live at home by myself and be a loser? Like there's no other options of like, oh well, I want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those things where there is more, infinitely more inherent risk when this is something that you want to do professionally. You want to act, you want to produce, you want to create this stuff.
Totally, yeah.
But what I would say is that social media, or maybe not social media as much as technology, has sort of made that level of entry a little bit easier for people to try it and figure it out and learn and explore. Absolutely. When I was a kid, man, we had, because I am an old man. You're not an old man, but I'm going to say some old man stuff and be an old man. I used to do stop motion with a VHS camera and my Legos and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
And
I used to watch those.
That's crazy. Yeah, you might have met. Well, I never put them anywhere.
Okay.
But my point is that now that would be like a whole weekend of me setting that up, figuring that out, and then getting yelled at because I took the camera without asking. And now it's like you could do that in a heartbeat. There's apps designed specifically to the Lego makes an app to help you do that with your Legos and stuff.
I know, it's crazy.
So it opens the door.
Everybody's got something to say.
Yeah, which is
it's overstimulating.
It's very overstimulating. Yeah, everybody has something.
I go on Twitter, I get like 10 different opinions about something that I didn't even care about until now.
I'm going to assume you had more than 10.
Well, you know
you get a lot more.
No, I'm saying like just scrolling through your feed, right?
Oh, right, just looking through and all that sort of thing.
And it's like, it's craziness, dude.
Well, and I brought her up a second ago. I brought up Ariel. I didn't mean to suggest when you were talking about gaps.
That she was
like,
no.
That she's having, like, what I meant simply is that Time called her like one of the world's most influential social media people. Like stars. That's a huge deal.
She's great.
So she knows that world inside and out. If she knows a side of it that not everybody knows.
Totally, and I totally talked to her about it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say naturally, I would imagine you had.
It's a weird world. I mean, that's her job. Yeah. Well, she's also an actress now. I get you know. So she's moving on. She's doing different things, but for a while there, it's like that's her thing, and it's like that's totally a job that she does. So it's totally an option. Like people do it, and it's totally possible. And she's great, by the way. Like she's the most normal, hardworking, like grounded, nice lady I've ever met, and she's one of the biggest ones. So it's not like, it's not like they're all crazy. There's just, everybody's, you don't want to make a show about a normal girl who's just got her stuff together.
Did you guys ever talk? Because she's got. I mean, you're no slouch. She got like what, 3-point-something million on Insta. She's got
like 20 million on TikTok.
On TikTok, and then Insta, she's got like 9 million.
Something crazy.
Did you guys ever talk about? I don't know that side of it, but I would imagine there to be. Is there any anxiety associated with that many followers, that kind of responsibility to have built this platform on your own? Do you guys kind of commiserate on how to use that responsibly and like what to do with that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. I think it's weird. I mean, she seems to be pretty. I still haven't really fully found my voice with it yet. I don't really know. Like I'm only 18, so I don't really know where I'm going.
No, for sure.
But I think for her, she's like she's definitely found a good, like, she's grounded.
Well, and to both your credit, I've seen you both, maybe not necessarily specifically for this, but you've both done anti-bullying messaging and gone out there and campaigned for that to kind of share those stories. And that's like a great way to use that platform and a great way to do it.
Totally.
When I was 18, I'm grateful I didn't have that kind of power.
Dude.
I would have,
I know.
I would not have done that with it. I would have not thought to have done that with it. We didn't think the same way. You've kind of, in a way, been made to grow up a little bit faster because of that responsibility.
I mean, it's like you always adapt to your environment, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I'm saying with the environment that most people are in now. It's like I have such a different perspective because I've been on a TV show for 5 years. Yeah. So I've lived a completely different life from the age of like 12. So like I basically with these interviews love to like talk about that stuff because it's like I get to share my perspective and I get to say like, look, it's not set in stone like you think it is. Like there's a whole world behind all of this stuff and like people don't realize, I don't think that like they're a little bit in a bubble no matter what. Yeah. Like even when you're on the internet, you're in a bubble of your own like biases. Yeah. You know what I mean? Totally. So it's like, I don't know, it's blows my mind. I just like talking about it.
No, it's a fun thing to talk about, man. You talk about being on that show for so long, being on there for 5 years. 5 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you start young, you grow there, and you grow with the show. Did you learn a lot of stuff there that you found yourself sort of putting to work as you started working on things like this, on Bixler and on Gaps and all that?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I literally, I've never told anybody this, but on my first day of on shooting, I cried. Afterwards, no, none of this. Henry Danger. I mean, I was like 13, and I was just like, I cried because I like the pressure I felt that day. I never felt in my entire life ever, not in school ever. Like it was like too much. So like I've grown to just literally adapt. It's like adapt or survive, right? Yeah. It's like either quit, have a breakdown, which I've had many, but like have a real breakdown where you're done for good, or evolve. And so I've evolved throughout the years and it's been an amazing journey. I wouldn't change it for the world. Nickelodeon's been amazing. Henry Danger's been changed my life.
You were how old? 12?
I was 13.
13, right?
13, yeah.
What, after you did that first day and you felt that pressure and you were crying, what got you to go back the next day, man? Because I remember when I was a kid and I cried about school, I put up a fight. I went back.
Dude, it's just like if you're doing it, you're doing it, dude. You know what I mean? Like
you're in it.
You're in it. There's no going back. And I think there's something to say about just going in it. Like when I started acting, like I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to produce, but you just go and you go in it, dude. And that's what no one tells you. Like everyone's like, oh, you got to learn. It's like you'll go and you'll learn and then you'll start and you'll figure it out again for the first time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Totally. What was something that was really exciting that you, I don't want to say lie, but there are those moments where you find yourself in a position, especially I have to imagine as producing, where someone assumes you know how to do something and you have no idea.
Yeah.
And you've got to pretend you do and work your way through it.
Yeah.
Do you recall or be willing to reveal a moment where you had to lie with confidence and sell your way through a problem to solve it?
I mean, dude, every day of my life.
Right. I'm doing it right now.
No, I mean, I kind of know what you're saying. And yeah, that happens all the time. There's so much jargon and producer stuff that I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I'm more of like...
that's got to be rough.
I'm more of like just like a creative person. Yeah. And so these people talk about logistics and math. And dude, I was in low math level in school. Like, I'm not good at math. Yeah. So you just nod your head. Just say, okay. And I ask a lot of questions.
Perfect.
Just ask questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna get mad at you for asking a question.
That's an admirable trait. Oh, he's curious.
Oh,
look at him.
That's interesting. And if you
ask, he's asking so many questions.
Exactly.
Dude really wants to learn a lot.
So if you just do this.
Yeah, exactly. Just be inquisitive.
And just be inquisitive, then they'll never. I don't know.
Let me ask you a Henry Danger question. I saw I don't know if you can answer this or not, but I saw maybe a year ago or so they announced they were going to do a big screen movie. Is that still happening? You still working on that? You haven't heard anything?
You have to ask Paramount, dude.
Yeah, they haven't said. Yeah.
I mean, it's like we were talking about. It's the whole political thing, and up there, I hope it happens. We've been talking about it for a while now, and we've had a couple meetings. I met with the people at Paramount and stuff, and it might happen. Yeah. But you never know.
That's an exciting thought.
It's an exciting thought. I mean, a big screen movie, feature film, superhero shows are great. I mean, movies are great. So to be able to have the full budget to create this massively would be awesome. But we'll see. Maybe this interview, they'll see it.
Yeah, well, everyone at Paramount, they're active viewers. They watch all of it.
Yeah, I know. I hear that's your main demographic.
Yeah, it's our primary demographic.
It's Paramount.
It's Paramount.
Got it. That's an interesting little
tip of the
niche
mountain,
you got there.
right there.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Is there something like specifically that you would love to, or you hope to? Let's say the movie happens. Oh man, I'd always wanted to do this as Henry Danger, and I think maybe I can now.
I saw Mission Impossible Fallout. Have you guys seen that? Yeah. Cool. It's this. There's this scene where he jumps out of a plane, and it's awesome.
Yeah. So the answer, if I could, in summation,
Dude,
were
jump
the
out of
movie
a
to
plane.
happen, you want to jump out
But
of a
it's
plane.
all one shot. Like they just see him running. You remember this? What I'm talking about? They see him running, and it's almost like the cameraman jumps off before Tom Cruise does.
Yeah.
And then Tom Cruise jumps off, and you just see him falling, and it's like it's crazy. Like they're shooting it.
control. Yeah.
Like you know that they shot that in real life.
Got it. So
Because Tom Cruise is like.
That's what you want to
do that.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise is a whole.
He's
other animal.
awesome, dude.
He's incredible, man. You want to jump out of a plane? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You ever done that outside of the shoot?
I would never do it outside of a shoot.
No, that's the only time you would do it is
Right.
if there was a camera there to
Because
catch
then
you.
you get credit.
You think nobody's gonna believe you?
Well, dude, it's like it's freaking. You're jumping out of a plane, and the camera guys, you hear the camera guys coming out before you, and you're jumping like this. You know how cool that is, dude? Coolest feeling in the world.
Yeah, no, it was one of the highest grossing movies this year. It's very cool.
And you would do that, right? You're telling me you wouldn't do that?
I very much afraid of heights.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
But what if it was going to be Mission Impossible?
First of all, if I'm going to be in Mission Impossible, those people, they have lost their direction on that franchise, and they have veered in a very big way. But that being said...
Come on, you're telling me if they're like, okay, look, we heard you on AOL. We took the criticism. First of all...
People said no more of this Tom Cruise character.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is out. We hear you. Remember your main...
Get us someone who's more afraid and shorter. And they said, I know just the guy.
Exactly.
And then they called me.
Right,
Yeah.
dude, your main demographic,
I guess
Paramount.
Paramount. That's what I'm going to have to do it.
You're telling me you wouldn't do it? If they asked you. If they
You know
asked you
what?
right now, you wouldn't do it?
Fine, I would do it. Yes, I would do it. If somebody from Paramount came in right now and said
said-
they want you to jump out of a plane
and be
instead of Tom
responsible,
Cruise,
you would do it?
Yes. There we go.
And that's...
Well, thanks for
Why?
tuning in, everybody. No, I'm kidding. Look, we're gonna do some questions from the audience in a sec. God, it's so nice having you back here, man.
Thanks,
It's
man.
great
Good
enjoying
to
this.
be back.
We're gonna do something really quick. I thought this would be fun. You've been on the show for a while on Henry Danger, and the show, of course, in its fifth season, incredible fan base. With an incredible fan base comes a really devoted fandom, and that means there's a fandom wiki. I don't know if you're familiar with these things or not.
Fandom Wiki.
Fandom wiki. All right?
I'm not familiar with that, but I will be now.
Wiki up. So you know what Wikipedia is?
No.
No, come on, you have the internet, so you're familiar. Yeah, so we all know what Wikipedia is. Fandom Wiki is where fans of the show, they all come together and they contribute to information about the show. Not every show gets one of these.
Okay.
It's fan built.
All right.
And you've got one.
Okay.
And that means there's trivia on there that there's no chance you know the answers to any of these. It's
Henry
about,
Danger?
you can get so granular. I went specifically about your character.
Okay.
I will be blown away if
This
you
is
know some of
impressive.
these.
This
This is
is
going to be a lot of
impressive that they
fun.
made
We're going to do
this.
a couple of these questions real quick, and we're going to turn it over to the audience. First one, okay, this should be pretty easy. How much did Henry get paid to work at Junk and Stuff?
$9 an hour?
Boom, nailed it. $9 an hour, correct. Round of applause. He nailed it. Come on, that was good. That was good. Did you know that? You didn't know it. He knew it. All right, that's one. One for one. Here we go. Next question.
Yeah.
This is a crazy specific one.
Okay.
What is Henry's school locker number?
Oh.
Anybody know that? Anybody? Come on.
There's no way they know that, dude. If they know that, I would be scared.
This is, all right, as revealed in the episode Elevator Kiss.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess.
Oh, okay. Go for it. I thought you were giving up.
I didn't get...
You said no one would know that. You'd be
I'm
scared.
going to throw something out there.
All right, well, that's, yeah.
I think I'm... Like, look, I see it... like, I'm trying to search my subconscious. Like, I see
Yeah.
it,
Well,
but I
that's
don't
it. You were
see
there.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it 47?
You are oddly both close and not close.
40.
Do you want to...
49?
No, much more.
71?
Oh, down a little bit. Down.
Wait, how am I close if none of the numbers
Well,
I said were right?
No, one of the numbers was right.
40?
No.
64?
So you're getting there.
So 4? All right,
no.
at this point, dude, I didn't get it. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
You sure? We can do this for at least another 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Our
we got
next guest
time,
is
right?
enough for now.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
67.
Okay.
You said 47.
Wait, how's that?
Goes 7.
Oh, got
It ended in 7.
Got you.
But you were still 20 off.
Right. All right, well.
So close, but not close.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this. I'm sorry.
No,
Hang
it's
on.
all
Let's
good.
go.
Me neither.
Let's do, here's another one. This is a fun one. You might remember this one. You were a little young. According to the Henry Danger audition tape, what was Henry Hart's original character name? Think back.
David.
Wow. Well done. Bonus points. Can you give me the last name?
David Dobrik.
Dobrik? David
That guy?
Dobrik.
That's a guy,
Danger.
right?
I don't think David Dobrik isn't a thing.
David. I don't know.
But Cooper, David Cooper was the name.
David Cooper.
David Cooper, yeah.
And guess
Is it
what? The
coming back?
person who got Captain Man, his name is Cooper.
There we are. See, it all gets thrown in
works.
there, man. It all comes through. Okay, these ones I don't want you to think about. We got a few left. They're going to be super fast, just quick fire. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Henry's favorite color?
Green.
Nope, red. Okay.
You just made that up, dude. They just made that up, dude. I don't even know. How would I not know?
Sometimes they reference an episode. Other times I'm like, they're lying.
They
They're
totally
making it
just,
up.
dude.
Just nobody's arguing them. Okay, here we go.
I'm
Left-handed,
arguing with them. I'm
right-handed.
going to go on the wiki page and be like,
You're gonna
nope,
edit it?
wrong.
The source.
I was there.
Oh, man, you're asking for it. All right, left-handed, right-handed, or ambidextrous?
Right-handed.
Boom, right-handed. Nailed it. That's revealed in Guess or Fail. Or are you right-handed?
I am right-handed.
Yeah, that's why. All right, there we go.
I know.
As revealed
That's
in
what I'm
life.
saying.
Okay, this was a weird one. I was surprised to know this one.
Okay.
Really attentive fans. Belly button, innie or outie? Hang on, who knows?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
I
don't
don't know
admit
the
it,
answer
do
to that
you?
one.
Are you checking?
I think it's an Audi. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Show of hands. If you don't know right now if your belly button is an innie or outie, show of hands. No, everybody. Okay, everybody's pretty confident in their belly buttons.
I don't know what the difference is, dude. I don't know
Between
what-
yours and Henry's?
I don't know what the difference. No, I don't know
Oh.
what the difference between an Indian and an Audi is.
Really?
Yeah, I get.
Somebody just said. She just
I get
said.
the general concept, but you know, like some people have. Oh, we don't need to get into it.
Well, you know, it's a gray area, I suppose.
Look,
At this
okay.
day and age, why should we be dividing people
Exactly.
into innies and outies?
I'm actually offended that they would even ask that question.
Yeah, you know what?
You know what?
Let's get her taken down. I retract the last. Okay, this one's easy. Favorite food?
Pizza,
Boom. Bonus. Favorite topping?
pepperoni,
Okay, and finally, the clincher. What's the fun little name he has for him?
Ronies.
Boom, there we go. Round of applause. He nailed it. You brought it home. Stuck the landing. Yes, right there. That was fantastic. Okay, here we go. We're going to do audience questions. Our first one's coming at us from Twitter, from user @pup0421. They want to know, how has your character and yourself changed over the last 5 years? By the way, I love you so much.
Aw.
Exclamation point there. I had to
Hashtag
sell it
build
at the end.
series.
Yeah.
How has your character and yourself changed over the last 5 years? I mean, so much. I mean, you know, I literally grew up on the show, so like changed completely.
Yeah, completely. Have you found yourself having to do anything to keep it fresh as you've gone year from year, to keep it exciting? Or no, is it you're living your dream, it's inherently exciting?
No, I mean, there's for sure. I mean, it gets repetitive doing the same thing, and I think you know, we're joking around on set, and I'm doing my company and my shows.
Just having fun. That's why this stuff happens on the side, right? Because as you grow and you think of these other things, you want to keep doing the show, but you have these other itches you got to scratch. And,
So
you know.
we'll see where things go.
Yeah. No, Magic 8 Ball says it's going to be a pretty good thing. How many we got? Okay, we got 2. All right, so we're going to do 2 questions from the audience in-house. First one's coming from, I believe, right here. You got a microphone. You look like you're curious. Go for it. What's up?
What's the main difference between filming a movie like Bixler High and filming Henry Danger? And by the way, I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. The main difference is, I mean, well, the show, it's a superhero show and it's multicam. Do you guys know the difference between multicam and single cam?
Just in case we have a pretty informed audience, but you explain it real quick for people. That don't know multi
Multicam and
versus
single. Multicam is like, you know, like sitcom, like Big Bang Theory, Friends, a lot of the kid shows, and then single cam is like the Avengers. Any movie you see, it will be single cam, and so that's actually a way different process of making something, because single cam, you know, it's just way different. Like single cam, you'll literally get a shot, and it'll be like 3 lines, and then you'll move, and you get this, and you get this, and you get this. And multicam, it's just like a stage, like you're on a stage and you're performing. So that would be the
Multicam's almost more like a play that you're capturing in real time. Whereas, yeah.
Yeah, and so with Henry Danger, we really pushed the limits of what a multicam, of that process, because it's like we're doing weird things with it, you know. But yeah.
Were you doing? Thank you for your question. That was great. Were you doing Henry at the same time as you were working on this? Were you going like between both? Like literally, you go from one set to the other?
Yeah.
Was that? That's crazy.
Dude, like I said, I've had lots of meltdowns.
Yeah, I can see why, man. That's insane. Forget all the background off-camera stuff. As an actor, you know, the tone on Henry is way more like elevated and that sitcom-y style versus Bixler. Was that crazy to have to kind of go between those two and bounce back and forth?
A little bit, but you know, honestly, it's all the same kind of muscle. Yeah. It's all the same thing. I mean, I think you know, one of my big inspirations is like Chris Pratt or even like Ryan Gosling.
Never heard of him.
I think is his name. So bad with name. But you know, doing serious and doing comedy is like, you know, people often go, "Oh, you can only do one." Yeah. But oftentimes it's the same muscle. You're just like being something, dude. You're just like being a thing. You know what I mean?
The pull quote, Jace Norman.
We're all just being a thing, guys.
Just being things, man. That's all we do. Just
really
being
true.
things. So I have one more person being a thing with a question. What do we got here? One more question right
being
here in the front.
Hi, Jace.
Hi.
Nice seeing you again.
Nice to see you.
What was it like to produce your first movie?
It was really hard. It was really hard and exciting. A new venture. Learned a lot. But you know, I'm just like this 18-year-old kid out here with a bunch of adults, and it's weird, and it's a weird life. So that probably was like the weirdest part about, you know, doing what I do is that you know, there's a lot of adults, and I feel like I have to prove myself a lot because of that, you know, because they're adults. I'm not. Well, I am, but
Well, you are.
I'm technically an adult.
Technically, legally, yeah. We're getting there. All right. That was a great question. Thank you so much for that. And thank you guys. You guys are a great audience. Thanks for hanging out
Thank you,
with us.
guys.
We got to wrap things up. I got to let you go, man. I imagine you got a few more of these to do.
Sure.
But the movie, it's coming, man. January.
Watch it.
Yeah, it's going to be on Nickelodeon. I wrote down all the dates here for us. We got Bixler is January 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. I got Henry Danger. It's every Saturday at 8, but you guys knew that. And anything else you want to plug? When can we keep an eye out for
No.
gaps or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean,
Another
we'll
2
see.
years.
We'll see. That's another 2 years. So forget
All right, man.
forget about it for
Well,
just forget about me.
You know what? It's not happening for now. I'm not going to think about that. But congrats on everything.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you again for being awesome and being here and hanging out.
Thank you
with
for
us.
having me.
We'll see you in 2 years for the next stuff. Everybody make some noise for Jace
Thank you,
Norman.
guys.
Come on.
Thank you.